Yeah, we got a fresh new look. Got the laptops in front of us like we're fucking important, and we are. And we are.
That's a fact.
We didn't need laptops before. We don't need them now, but it looks good.
They fucking here. It's aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, man.
Add some sort of, credibility,
Some nuance,
whatever the case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Fuck that. We know what we talking about too. We could Google shit too.
Yeah, right. Like we can't pull some shit. We discovered our new powers last time. We go put them to very good use.
Yeah, man. But we are back. Game within the game. Mr. Yoda and the Oracle to the streets. Duffel bag ransom. How y'all guys doing, man? We back.
Motherfucking back. Been a minute, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, man. Like we said last show, man, we are broadcasting. We ain't podcasting, man. We broadcasting.
You know what this is like? You told me to watch this. The beginning of They Live, where they blaring the shit out the top of the old ass house, just the message on the speakers. That's what we doing here.
Yeah, now you feel me.
That's what this is.
Man, you know it's gonna be a great show when you got a They Live reference.
Come on.
Come on, man. One of the greatest movies ever made, man. They don't even know about that shit, man. And I say it's
They really see. I didn't even know till you put me up on it because you movie man and shit.
Yeah, no, it's great because of the message, man, and it's kind of prevalent to what's going on now. And you put me up on this book, kind of. Well, no, you did the 1984 book, and They Live kind of reconstructs a lot of ideas from 1984 and puts it into a movie format, and I found that interesting. Yeah, I don't know if you agree with that, but watching the movie,
yeah, it's the same. It seems like it could be like take place in the same universe.
Yeah.
Like if you had like a little movie universe, right? 1984, They Live.
Yeah.
Like some Marvel shit, but actual real stuff.
Yeah, shit that fucking matters.
Yep. Unfortunate as it sounds, a lot of this shit is paralleling real life.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like people enjoy men flying around in tights and shit and capes. I don't get it, man.
They like the idea of a savior, right? Someone just coming in to protect them from all of the ills of the world while they just go about their mundane little lives, trafficking back and forth to work and going through the drive-through.
Is that what it is, Jack? You always fucking...
I think that's exactly what it is.
You always fucking cracking the code, man. Like, why?
Come on.
Why is superheroes so prevalent nowadays?
Hold up, though. Let's take it a level deeper, though, right? Like deeper than people's enjoyment of the superheroes. It's the pushing of the superheroes. Like people have had it in their mind since the time they were children that there's some mystical being looking over them, that someone's going to just come and save them while they go about doing whatever. And they subconsciously adopt this. And this is why people are always, again, looking for someone else to solve their problems, to protect them from the ills of the world. They think it's the fucking president. They think it's going to be the mayor or the senator or the congressman. But this is real life.
Sound like you're shooting shots at religion. That's what it sounds like to me, man. It sounds like
I mean, that's wrapped up in it too.
Like
you know what?
It sounded like a shot to me. I don't know.
If this is the direction we're gonna send me in at the very beginning of the show,
you be ready to fucking go, dog. Yo, you gotta fucking relax, dog.
Nah, I see everybody else lead into some shit. I'm just trying to just jump straight out the gate with it. Let me fuck somebody's mind up immediately.
That was my fault because I threw you the alley-oop too. I threw you the alley-oop too early. It's too early for that.
You already know. You throw out the topic, I'm just going on it.
Yeah, no, it was my bad. That's my fault.
We'll circle back.
I see where you was going with that. We started off nice and docile and kind, and you was ready to. And you just don't like that. You can't stand it.
I don't like the other stuff surrounding things. Like I want to get to the middle. Let's crack some codes in here.
You don't like the evening show vibe. You just like.
Nah, we don't need the evening show. Fuck the weather.
We don't fuck the weather. We don't need the fucking weather. It's fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, but Jay, we don't script none of this stuff, and I thought even going into They Live and and this and the Marvel stuff and the superhero vibe. That wasn't scripted, but it is interesting, and you do raise an interesting point to why maybe these Marvel superheroes are so prevalent or being pushed on us. And it made me think, Jay. Like, and this is why I stopped you before you even went total chaos. It may have had a thought because we always had Marvel and superheroes and Superman, Spider-Man, the Hulk. I would argue, Jay, that back when we were kids, I don't want to speak for you, but so I'll speak for myself. I didn't want these characters. I don't want them to save me. I wanted to be them. I wanted to be as powerful as Superman. I wanted to punch through walls like the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't, you feel me? I think like the vibe is different now. No one wants to.
1000%.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Because I used to see the shit, I'd be like, man, I want to climb walls like fucking
Yeah,
Spider-Man and shit. You know what I mean? I want the Batman gadgets. I want to be
yeah.
able to beat up 10 people just
And
cause.
it's crazy because I wanted to be rich like Batman and smart, and you know what I mean. Like a lot of these dudes was geniuses. Tony Stark was a fucking genius. Who don't want to be a fucking genius? So yeah, no, I feel like back in the days it was a little different where it was like, nah, this dude's so smart that he could fucking invent something that could fucking fly and all this other crazy shit. What a message for children back then. But I don't feel like that is the same. And do you have I know it's kind of off script and that's what we do, but would you have a reasoning behind why does it feel different?
I mean, I think I do, but you know what? I do believe that there was a time when, not saying none of it, but media wasn't propaganda in the way that it is now. Like there were, like, once upon a time, there was legitimately stuff out there just to entertain you and not to program your mind and subconsciously plant these ideas and stuff. And I do think that originally a lot of these things were meant to be aspirational. Like you see, again, like you said, Batman, like if you read like Batman comics and shit, like he'd be in there training, he's in there lifting weights, he's in there practicing and shit, like,
And Jay,
fucking Dragon Ball Z.
not to cut you off, but just to harp on Batman a little bit, he didn't have no superpowers.
He's just a dude.
It came from pain. His parents was killed.
Trauma. Batman superpowers. Trauma.
Like, what a message, right? What a fucking message. This dude's parents was killed, and he took that pain and that despair and that hardship and turned it into became a billionaire, and was fucking, and created all these inventions and bad shit, and he was the savior of the city. What a message. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you mentioned Batman and that.
Nah, that's again, exactly though. Like, remember back in the day, like you would watch a show and there would be a moral of it at the end.
Absolutely.
They'd sit there trying to teach you something. Even Scooby-Doo.
Absolutely.
Sitting there teaching you something at the end.
Absolutely.
But now it's just stuff. Yeah. Like the kids all on YouTube with their little nonsensical people running around, or little Russian kids or whatever just running around playing with random ass fucking toys. Just a bunch of weird shit. They're not teaching you nothing. They're not educating you in any way. They're not giving you anything to aspire to. Like I said, Dragon Ball Z back in the day, right? Like Goku would always lose, then he would go train.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go get stronger. I'm gonna get faster. I'm gonna become a better fighter. That was his response to stuff, was to work out. Like, that's what an amazing lesson in there. And what happened to that stuff?
I don't know.
Now you got now fucking Optimus Prime is a cross-dresser or some shit.
Ain't that some shit? Ain't that
the fuck?
What happened? Like I mean, that's a convoluted question. What happened?
See, this goes, they realize what all of these little things implant in people's minds subtly. So this is everything now. This is everything. You got to guard the shit out of what it is that you consume, because everything is trying to corrupt you.
Makes me think, man, Starts thinking it's some bullshit. Made me think of Rocky training, man. Like
Mm.
half of the movie was this motherfucker training, man. You feel me? And now here comes Creed, and it's like 1 second. he's 1 second punching the bag, and now he's fucking the best box. They don't even.
Boom, that's it,
Right.
champion world.
Where's the training? You know what I mean? You just went, and I think that's let's touch on that a little bit because that's important. Like you said, I'm a movie guy, and I'm watching these movies, and a lot of these new movies go from A to B or A to Z so fast, because I believe they think the attention span is so short, and they need to get to the point right away. But I don't believe that to be a need. I liked watching Rocky train, or I liked watching a 20-minute monologue with fucking heroic music in the background of Rocky grunting, punching, kicking, and I'm lifting. I like that shit, man. It inspired me, Jay.
Where's the struggle?
Where's the struggle? That's what I mean. Where is it, Jay? Is that they don't want to? It's not even cool anymore. I mean, yes. You know what? Let's make struggle cool again, because you know why, Jay? Because you can't live without it. It's inevitable. So why not make it cool? Why not make it a monologue? Why not? Why not?
Not only that, but like you said, you can't live without struggling. So why not struggle for something worthwhile? Why just struggle for a bunch of bullshit? Why struggle because you're fat? Why struggle because you're poor? Why not struggle to get in shape? Struggle to make money? Struggle to become a better person?
Absolutely, man. We early on cooking, man. We early on cooking, and not so. Let's double back. I'm gonna let you shoot your shot because you was ready to go early, man. You was ready to go early. You know, doubling back to the whole what movie was it? They Live, and then going into the Marvels, to the Marvel comics, and I kind of thought that I don't know if I was wrong or right, but you could speak on that. I thought it wasn't a shot at religion, but I thought you kind of might have hinted at religion there when you poked a hole in the whole someone coming to save you idea. This mystical being flying through the sky idea that you kind of poked a hole through. I thought that was kind of like a shot at religion. Was I wrong or right?
So that had not originally been what had entered my mind, but then you said it and it made me think of a thing. And then you doubled back and it made me think of more of a thing. So,
good job, Jay.
This is where I'm at here. Back in the day, these superheroes that you would see, even not just the superheroes, even Rocky, anything along those lines would inspire you to want to become better, to be like them, so that you can do some semblance of the things that they do. Like when I was younger, I read some like comics, graphic novels, or wherever I see like Daredevil and shit, meditating and working out and fighting all these. I'm like, I want to be like this. He was blind too, this is what I want to do.
He was blind.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. There you go. But so like back in the day, these things served as kind of like things to aspire to. But now it's just escapism, and it's just, again, the message of someone else is coming to save you. Now, when the Bible was the original message of the Bible, or rather the teachings of Jesus, was also similar in saving yourself, in becoming the best version of yourself. And then they took that and corrupted that and turned it into, you need outside external saviors. And without it, you are cursed for forever. Without somebody else to look out for you, without someone else to give you the grace and allow you to enter into whatever, you're fucked forever. There's nothing that you can do about it. You need to get into the good graces of someone else. And then that makes me think of, what is society today?
That's exactly.
What is society today of, if not, you need everyone else to come in and save you? You see, this is people's arguing back and forth about politics, right? No, these people need to save us. No, these people need to save us. They're not doing enough for us. They need to do more for us. They're taking away our food benefits. They should be giving us food. Go get your own fucking food.
That's crazy. That right there. Yeah, I gotta touch on that because man, it makes me you know that grinds my gears, man. Like, oh, they're taking away. And I think it was the last show where I mentioned I was away, and the dude mentioned that they're taking these benefits away, and I looked at this dude like, go get your own fucking like, dog. You are. You won't survive in a world of wolves, man. These sheeps, they are making it so comfortable for you. And now they want to make it, I know I say they, and I know that's kind of vague, but whoever wants to make it uncomfortable for you, let's just say the government, wants to make it a little uncomfortable. You can't get a card and go get free food or get a job because of the color of your skin or whatever the case may be. And you motherfuckers is panicking.
Not only are they panicking, but these motherfuckers are sitting there making videos about how they're going to loot the Walmart and start robbing white folks.
That's just an excuse. That's just an excuse to do it. Stop the bullshit, y'all. Y'all just want to rob and steal. That's what y'all want, the easy way out. But that's not the easy way out.
This is the thing, though. If we're going to speak specifically on this SNAP, food stamp, EBT, whatever the fuckery, the government, the powers that be, whoever, has for so long given people or cultivated in people this entitlement and given them comfort. And then they took it away. Do you think that they didn't know what was going to happen when they took this from you? Like, the poors ultimately are violent savages, and they've been placated for several years. They know exactly what the fuck is going to happen when they take this shit.
You're saying, and I agree, you're saying that it was planned, and they know exactly the outcome. And then and not only that, Jay, they have a solution to the outcome, don't they?
Oh, see, this is chestnut checkers, right? Yeah, you think they just, we couldn't come to an agreement. Yeah. Shucks, I'm sorry. It's the Republicans. It's the Democrats. They did it to, no, they both have done this to you because they know how you're going to respond. They knew how you would respond when they made George Floyd into a martyr. They knew how you would respond when they started broadcasting this ICE shit. This is why they broadcast it to you. They are taking your shit because they know how you're going to respond. And all of you dumb fucks are sitting there talking about, we're fighting the system. No, you're not. You are a pawn in a chess game that you don't even understand you're playing.
Absolutely.
You are meant to do what it is that you are talking about doing. You're not rebelling by robbing white people or looting Walmart. You're doing what they knew that you were going to do. The rebellion in this would be to disregard this and figure out how to go get your own. The rebellion in this would be to peacefully protest the fact that they are not giving you your food. But any degree of violent reaction is what this was architected to do.
That's what they want. Yep. It's pretty easy to see too.
This is not conspiratorial. This is not high level thinking. This is base level observation.
Very base level.
Come on.
Base level stuff. I'll even go a step further, Jay. Even the videos you just mentioned of people saying they're going to loot, I think that's bullshit too. Because who says they're going to loot? It's one person.
Dumb.
Right? So even that's an agenda. Even you saying it. I mean, just go loot. Why would you broadcast that? So it's like you're even ushering. You're sprinkling the idea in someone's head. Not even. You know what I'm saying? Like who says they're
that?
Going
Not
to loot?
Exactly. That what I was going to say here is the videos of the people talking about how they're going to loot, how they're going to rob the white folks are meant to get you to do this. These are not organic things. This is, if you look back, remember you brought this shit up before. It was the day where nobody was going to spend any money.
Yep.
And then it happened to be by some billionaire dude who architected the shit. If you go look at the fucking No King's Day, you know who's funding it? Billionaires. The people who actually run shit have orchestrated and funded this. And you people danced because they pulled their little strings, you fucking idiots.
It's hard, man. It's
Idiots.
frustrating.
Idiots.
Frustrating. So frustrating.
Fucking idiots.
Like how can you not see it? It's not even.
That's the most baffling thing to me. It is so, and most people will never understand the level of frustration that you will feel when you hold up a piece of what is clearly a blue paper and tell people this is a blue paper, and they're like, nope, studies say that's green. God damn it.
They got us.
Infuriating. Yeah. What I will say, people have been so effectively conditioned, so effectively that they will not think outside of this little box that they've been given. Even the ones who consider themselves to be free thinkers there's always a hump they can't get over.
Makes me think, Jay, like, when has being able to think critical who called it thinking critical? It's just thinking normal. Now they call it critical thinking. Why is it critical thinking? It's fucking normal thinking.
This is oh my God. See, I was just thinking about this the other day. Getting sober is not an accomplishment. Being a drunk is a failure.
It's regular.
But you should just be sober. You started off sober, then you fucked it up. You got back to normal. Ooh.
Bro.
Getting in shape equally is not an accomplishment. You should just be in shape.
Right, Jay.
When you're not in shape, you're a fucking failure.
Eating whole foods is not a diet.
This is not a diet. This is just stuff.
Not a diet, man.
These aren't accomplishments, but they have fucked everybody up so much that base, regular, normal shit is now seen as the height of something. You are incredibly disciplined. You are incredibly serious. If you don't drink, if you don't smoke, if you work, this is just what you should be doing. This is the base level for being a normal person. Critical thinking is the exact same. This is not critical thinking. This is thought.
Just thought.
This is base level. I trust what it is that I see with my eyes. This is base level pattern recognition. But this is why they stomp all of that shit out of you when you are in school. And they tell you pattern recognition is racism. When you sit there and you see these people do this and these people do this. When I see this, I assume this will happen. Racism, sexism. They call it all of this. They tell you to defer to the studies and the data and all of this shit so that they could tell you ridiculous ass shit. Well, this data says that gender's fluid. No, the fuck it isn't.
Jay,
that's stupid.
That just made me think of something, man. I gotta ask this question to you because I know you'll probably have the answer or some semblance of the answer. Just made me think, like, how possible is it? Should it be impossible for 1 million people to think the same way? Shouldn't it be impossible, right? Like exactly the same. Shouldn't it be impossible for me to have the same perception as you? Everyone should have a different perception of a lamp on a table, of a fucking. Everyone's perception should be different. If it's not, you're group thinking. You're a group thing. You're part of a group things, right? So, not to say that we are totally off of the same thought, but you should not see the things the same exact way as I should. You shouldn't. So, Jay, if 1 billion or 1 million or 2 million or 100 people see things the exact same way, what is that? That's troubling to me.
It should be. Because here's the thing. I saw an old interview clip. I think it was Kendrick Lamar talking about how his fans will hear something in his music and think he's talking about something that he didn't mean.
Right.
And that goes to show you how something could be interpreted in so many different fucking ways, no matter what it is. And all of it can make some degree of sense because everyone has different life experiences. Right. Everyone has different opinions. Everyone has different perceptions of things based on who it is that they have become. So when everybody has the exact same perception of a thing, one would start to think, did you come to this conclusion on your own, my friend?
No,
because even here, even when we sit here and talk about something, we will sit there and approach a subject, approach a topic, and very differently arrive at similar-ish conclusions, but we come to it from two very different lanes.
Yes, that's my point.
And that's what the vast majority of people should be doing. But again, since the time they were children, they've been conditioned not to think their own thoughts. They've been conditioned to outsource this to what the teacher says, to what the professor says, to what the studies say, the sciences, the experts, all of that, everything but their own critical thinking capabilities. And that's why one of the most infuriating things to me is when I will say X and people will pop up, where'd you get your degree? What studies say that? Motherfucker, my eyes.
That's it. And
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't even give a shit if I'm right.
okay.
I think this.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And that is much more important to me than finding a bunch of people to agree with me, because that is how I know that my thoughts are mine.
That's why people argue, because they argue because they're trying to get someone to see it the same way they see it. Why would you try to do that? It's impossible.
See, it's a pointless endeavor. And if ever I debate anything, my goal, I want to be wrong. So we're going to go through whatever fucking mental gymnastics I need to do for you to prove me wrong and for me to accept what you're saying as a fact. And people will get mad at that and they say, you're so argumentative. No. I just have a very high bar for what information I will adopt. Yep. Now, if we have to discuss this for the next 3 hours so that you could dispel or convince me that everything that pops into my head is wrong, that's what the fuck we're going to do. Otherwise, fuck you and what you were saying. I don't care what your credentials are. I don't care where you went to school. I don't care what research you find. I don't give a shit, because that looks blue to me. I don't give a fuck if 8 billion of you tell me it's green. Fuck every single one of you. I see blue. Convince me otherwise. Until then, that's blue.
Yeah. I don't know why someone would try to convince you. That's the whole, like, why would someone try to push their thoughts on someone else and try to convince them that this is the way? Because that's not the way the universe has made it to be. Everyone should think differently. Yes, we can come to the same conclusion, but from different ends of that conclusion, like me and Jay do on this show. I always, when I bring up a topic or I'll go into a certain avenue of a topic, I know where Jay's going to land on this thing. It might not even be the same, and it's always going to be as differently than where I land on it. But in the same place, we're going to land in the same place, just in different areas of that place. That's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for, man. And it makes me think, because I forgot this dude's name. It's a CIA agent. I should have sent you the video, Jay. I know we got the laptops now. We can Google it now, but I don't got time for that shit. So it's the CIA agent. He has a podcast. You probably seen him before. Got long hair, light-skinned cat. And he goes,
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Smart, real sharp cat.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
So someone asked him, he was on his podcast, and someone asked him, what can you take from being a CIA agent? What can you take? What abilities, what have you learned that you could take, that anyone can take to apply it to their life to be successful? Like, what attributes would you take from being a CIA agent and place them into life and it'll work? And he said, perception. He said perception. He said everyone is supposed to see things differently. Now, when you can understand someone else's perception, that's when you can start moving the pieces on a chessboard. Right? When you understand other people's perception, this is how I know you're looking at this. This is how I know you're looking at this. I might not look at it like this. I know you're looking at it like this, and now I can manipulate you, because I know when I show you this piece of paper, you're going to see blue. You're going to think it's blue. And now I can move the agenda. Now I can control you, because I know your perception. Fuck my perception. I don't have any perception. It is what it is, whatever it may be. But now I know you look at it like, I know if I pluck you in the forehead, I know what you'll feel. And now I know how to maneuver you. And that goes back to what they're showing. I mean, the government knows too. I mean, I hate to say government or put a name on they. Let's just say they know your perception of things. They know, Jay. So I found that interesting.
Now, that makes me think, right? If you understand someone else's perception, then you understand what it is that they are going to do because you understand how it is that they think, which means you know how to get them to do what it is that you want to do. Now, that leads me to ask the question to people. What purpose do you think schools serve knowing that? What purpose do you think your Sunday school, your Bibles, what purpose do you think these studies, what purpose do you think colleges serve? Knowing that if you can understand someone else's perception, you can understand what they're going to do and know how to control them.
Come on, guys.
What purpose do you think that these places that basically shape people's perceptions serve?
Come on, guys. We're not just here just wasting our breath, man.
Once again, this is not complex thought.
It's not.
This is basic pattern recognition. Yeah. The most interesting thing is we'll come on here and we'll say some things. We've said stuff about school. We've said stuff about the pharmaceutical industry. We've said stuff about the medical industry, religion, based purely off of observation. Yep. And then I will come across people who have found data to back up all of this shit that we are saying here.
That's crazy.
We've said college is programming, right? And there are people who have data to support this. We don't need no fucking data, because when you can observe things, then you can just understand. I have a very, very simple rule for life. If something doesn't make sense, it isn't true. If something does make sense, it probably is.
Yo, it's crazy.
Which is why I don't need fucking data to sit there and say, that's a man. I don't need data to sit there and say, let's pick a current event. Charlie Kirk, they're lying. I don't need evidence to support that because I have common sense. What they're saying doesn't make sense, so it's not true.
Well, how do you get that to happen though? Huh? First, you have to get people to not trust themselves or not to trust what they think. Because, Jay, you trust what you think. I trust what I think. So how do you get people not to trust? Go ahead, Jay. How do you get people not to trust what they think?
Oh, my goodness. So this just gave me a thought here. One of the thought that I had was, we've spoken before, probably not on camera, but about the Mandela effect, right? Mm-hmm. So, you got Looney Tunes, and they say, like, I always thought Looney Tunes was spelled Toons, like tunes. Mm-hmm. And then they come along and they say, no, it's Tunes, right? And that's such a small little thing. It seems so insignificant. But when you accept that into your mind, you're also accepting that you can't trust your own thoughts on a subconscious level. But this is what I personally believe the point of the Mandela effect is. If you ever look at the things, it's such small, inconsequential things like a squiggle on a Ford logo. Like, it's not anything enough to fight about. It's just like, oh, I was wrong about that. But when you do that so many times, eventually you start to think,
it adds up.
Yeah, clearly I can't trust my own thoughts. But this when you were saying this made me think about a thing. People say English is a very difficult language to learn. And that's true. When you look at words, read and read are both spelled the same, mm-hmm. right? You think if you look at the word so and you look at the word to, common sense logic would say so and toe or sue and to. Yep. But they have all of these little inconsistencies and stuff. And now that you've said that, I kind of think that this is designed to subtly implant in your mind that what you see might not be true, or the rules that you have come to understand don't apply to everything. Mm-hmm. It's all shit on a subconscious level.
They've been fucking our heads up from the fucking beginning, dog.
And you get to sit there, you look at silent P's and silent K's. So they get you to a knife. Why the fuck is there a K in that? Why is there a phone and telephone? Why does PH make an F sound? Why isn't it just an
They
F?
said
But
so.
when they sit there and they get you,
They said so.
they just told you. But when they get you to accept all of these things, they get you to accept, here's a thing that doesn't make sense, but accept it because that's just the way it is. Then your mind, again, subconsciously is primed to understand or to think, well, things don't need to make sense to be true.
Another thought. Yeah, here we go again with these thoughts, these epiphanies. Um, it's interesting. I just seen, interestingly enough, I just seen Ti say something that sparked my interest. Maybe today or yesterday or today. And I find out to be what we're talking about. I find it to be kind of in the same area. He said something like, "Black folks despise everything about slavery except religion." I was like, fuck. Fuck. Isn't we denounced everything from slavery except religion. And he when he said that, I was like, and then he took it somewhere else. But that one question made me like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It was like a mind fuck. I was like, he's fucking absolutely fucking right. Everything didn't count. We denounced everything. We don't want none of it. But we want that. Because
not only that, but
let them have it.
They
Jay.
want something, the religion, which was one of the tools that they used to keep them mentally enslaved. You be good slaves, you obey your master, and God will reward you with an eternity in heaven after. Why would you keep this belief when they used that to trap your mind?
I don't know.
Why, of all of the things, where do you think that you got this from? You got this from the white man, the oh so evil white man, from your oppressor, from the colonizer. They gave you this too. Why don't you question that? Why don't you question any of these things?
And, oh my God, they were. And you're the devil if you do.
This is what I'm saying when I say they have done such a good job of indoctrinating people, because everybody has a wall up. You can question, like we'll sit there and talk about the white supremacy and stuff. Some people will accept you questioning that, but when you move it a level further and you question the religion, oh no, everything's a problem now. You can't sit there and do this. How is it that people are willing to accept everything as a tool of oppression but this book? Where do you think we got this book? Let me ask, let's take this a step further. Every single thing that you will read in a history book is a motherfucking lie, because they took this old shit and they lied to you and they used it to make you believe what it is that they want to do. What makes you think they left this book untouched?
Listen, man.
What makes you think this book made it for thousands of years unaffected by the hands of the same people who were trying to oppress you?
It makes me think more, Jay. It just makes me think more. Like you said, I watch things with a different eyeball, man. I watch things with a different eyeball. I'm rewatching Game of Thrones and shit, and I love rewatching shit. And I don't watch it for entertainment. I watch it for information.
Same. I've never seen Game of Thrones, but watch stuff.
Oh my God. I write for a living, so I need information, right? But my eyeballs see things differently. So I know you're probably not familiar with the characters, but the queen is telling her young prince, Joffrey, I think that's his name, young Joffrey. He's telling him,
that's a little boy, right?
Yeah, a little piece of shit. All right.
Okay.
So
I know bits and pieces of it.
He's a pussy. He's a pussy, right? So he loses a fight to this little girl, one of the little Stark girls, right? And his mother's rubbing the wound and saying, because it was a wolf that bit him, and they executed the wolf for biting him. And the mother's preparing his wound and putting the bandages on him, the queen, and she's telling him, "You slayed that 100 or that that demonic wolf that was 500 pounds and and you slayed him. And he's like, wait, I cowered. I was a coward. I was quivering with fear. What are you talking about, Mom? She was like, no, that's not the story you tell. That's not the story you tell. You're going to be king one day. You get to write your own fucking story. You get to write your own. What? Quivering in fear? What the fuck do you talk about? You're going to be king. You say what the fuck you want. They're going to believe you. They have to. So yeah, that wolf was slayed, and who cares about the details and how the wolf was slayed? Change the details. You pulled out this mighty sword, and with a mighty thrust, you beheaded this 1,000-pound wolf because you are the bravest king ever. And that's what people will believe. And he looked at her and he was like, light bulb. The victorious writes history. That's the message, man. If you're not looking at things and watching shows and really listening to the dialogue, they're telling you, man. They're telling you.
Man, history is written by the victors is a very, very common saying. Now, and I would simply
just to tie it back, Jay. Just that goes to the religion stuff. You feel me? Like it's written. That book or whatever was written by someone who won. someone who won, man. Whether it be the old popes, the Vatican, whatever. I don't know. They used to burn witches. They used to burn people who thought differently. Right? They won, and they got to write a story. Right? So that's where I just weave that tale in there, Jay.
You ever been in school or something, got in a fight that you kind of instigated as a whole, got in trouble for it, but you won the fight?
I know where you go.
You got in trouble for it, went to the principal's office and said that other kid started it?
Here you go.
Now, history is written by the victors. Isn't it interesting that in all of the history books, the good guys are victorious?
Oh, man, what a fucking point. What a point.
Isn't that just an interesting thing?
Wow.
Now, did it turn out that the good guys won every time? Wow. Or did it turn out that the people who won became the good guys because they won? I'm just here. I'm just asking questions. Yeah. This is for entertainment purposes only, but I do have an extended question. And I'm trying to not go too far in this direction.
We're doing good so far.
I have an extended question. The media swore that Barack Obama was an amazing person. He was not. The media swore Kamala Harris was an amazing person. She was not. The media swore Joe Biden was an amazing person. He was not. Same goes for Bill Clinton. Same goes for basically every single president with the exception of John Kennedy, probably. The media swore, or the stories, the books swore Christopher Columbus was an amazing person, but he turned out to be a piece of shit. Now,
hold up, Jay.
An astute observer.
My bad. There's one guy that everyone hates.
This is, see, now an astute observer would say, an astute observer would look back and say, everyone they've told you was a good guy turned out to be bad. What does that say about the bad guys? What does that say about the people they told you were bad? I'm just here. I'm just curious.
I know I shouldn't.
I'm just asking questions.
I know I shouldn't have did that. I knew.
I'm just asking questions.
I knew I should have did that.
So this is the thing. You're probably the only person who knows how heavily I censor myself.
And I don't know why I'm trying to bait. I baited you. I'm like, oh, because I'm baiting you, but I'm having fun with it. I told you I was going to get you back too, but that's.
I mean, but this is the thing, though, right? Like, what should be, even if you don't agree with the very obvious point we're making here, what you should wonder is, why of all the things that we say, can't we say this? That's the real question, right? Why can't we say this?
I don't know, Jay.
Like, if I was to come on here and pontificate that Alex Baldwin was what? Secretly someone's twin brother, and I was wrong, nobody would give a fuck.
Not at all.
But if I propose other things and happen to be wrong, that's the end of the world. Why?
I don't know. It's
because clearly the issue isn't me being wrong.
One answer. Perception.
We got to pause here. Hold on. We got to pause and put this onto a different thing now. It's about to be Halloween. Probably by the time this is up, it will be Halloween.
Yep.
You've got something taking place on Halloween.
I actually do. And it's perceived to be the greatest shit ever. By me.
Not perceived to be the greatest shit ever. So hold on. Because I know that a lot of people who have found this don't specifically know how big of a deal that you getting to do that is.
Yeah. That's the crazy part, Jay. So for those who don't know, or our listeners who don't know, I am doing an album I've done an album with DJ Premier, the legendary, the legendary DJ Premier. He has produced for everyone. Yes. Horn,
Nas,
Biggie, Jay-Z, all my rap, all my rap heroes. He has produced for
METH.
anyone you could think of. He's produced for them, and he's produced for me now. So, in my own warped world, Jay, it puts me in that category.
This is. I think that you are the only non-super mainstream person to have a full project.
Okay, I mean,
you can say. You can kind of make the exception for Royce, but Royce is also very heavily tied to Marshall.
Yeah, and he's big. Royce is a large artist in his own right, has had record deals and such. So I'm totally always been independent, always been under the radar. So for this to come to fruition it is something big, especially for an artist of my caliber. And what I mean by caliber, I mean the position I am in people's perception. Because like I said, I perceive myself to be, I can't even, if I said it, you'll be fucking pissed. But I perceive myself to be a god of rap. Absolutely. And I don't care about other people's perceptions. I accomplished this one deed, and I'll say this: what people's perceptions don't matter, especially when it comes to an accomplishment like this, Jay, because there's only one perception in my mind when you're dealing with a legend like DJ Premier. There's only one perception you should have: that this is important, that this is dope, this is a dream come true for a kid like me, who come from where I came from. Yep. And so there's only one. Any other perception is wrong. If you don't perceive,
motherfucking fact. Yep. Period. Nah. So I haven't heard this shit yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Motherfucking midnight tonight. I'm gonna buy that motherfucker. We just listen to that shit all goddamn night.
And that makes me think, Jay. Here I go thinking again. And I'm not gonna bait you into no bullshit. But I got thoughts and shit. Makes me think of like older rappers and shit. Like if you're an older rapper, it just makes me, when you're older, and I say rapper, older, let's just say, yeah, I'll say rapper, because a lot of these dudes are fucking rappers. They're rappers, Jay. They fucking rap. And and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm not a rapper. But anyway, I digress. you're an old rapper and you've been in the game for a minute and you got your own audience. You've had an audience. Let's say, let me draw up a little scenario for you. Let's say you start at 21, Jay, accumulated some success, right? Um, Maybe even had a record deal or a hit song. And now you're, let's say, 35. And you got that same audience. That same audience grows with you. It's supposed to grow with you, right, Jay? Okay, they're growing with you. Let's say you're a 45-year-old rapper with no record deal and an audience. But you have an audience, right? Shouldn't you be making music for that audience? I just feel like a lot of these older rappers start from scratch all over again. Well, I need to I need to endear myself to the young folks. And I'm like, why would you do that? You spent 20 years building an audience that grew with you. Why would you want to, for one, why would you want to sound the same if you still sound the same? For two, why would you want to sound like someone else that's younger and you're not? And and it's a fact that your audience grew with you because now you're 45 and they grew with you, and a lot of these people are older. They want to hear your stories evolve. They should want to hear your stories evolve if they've grown, because me and Jay, we know what growth is, right? Growth is change, right? So if you're yeah,
Period.
so if you're staying the same and you're rapping the same, and or even worse, you're trying to endear yourself to a newer audience. Why would you're starting all over from scratch? And then they say, my career's over because I can't get these youngsters, or I can't get this new audience to like me. And the dudes that grew with you for 20 years, they said like, oh, where's the music? Like, you're not rapping to me. You're not making music for me. What about me? What about me? Oh, what do you think about that, Jay? Because that made me think about it. I hate when I hear or see older artists trying to act young.
I think this goes back to what we were talking about earlier as to how effectively indoctrinated certain people have been to the fact that they believe that the only way to succeed is to do exactly that, endear themselves to these little YNs, as they call them now, and make a bunch of ratchet dumb shit just so that they will listen to it and not actually truly give a fuck about it to begin with. But like, I think that there is a huge, like, you look at people like you look at people, Lloyd Banks got an album coming out Friday as well. You look at people, Currency, who have been around for all of these years but have continued to evolve and not chase something outside of their own sound, outside of their own demographic, right? And I think that they, or you guys, will have much stronger and much more supportive audience as a whole, because you've grown and you've catered to the people who have grown with you,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just constantly looking for new people and constantly looking for new people and constantly chasing virality and hits and all of that shit. And I hate that we always use this motherfucker as an example, but here we are. Like, if you see, like, people are wanting to be Drake levels of fucking famous and shit, but you see what happened to Drake from just chasing shit. Like, he is a vastly different artist than he was back when he put out Nothing Was the Same, and not in a good way, not in a growth way. He has regressed heavily. And yeah, the machine can push you, but at a certain point, there's nothing even they can do for you. And his audience, a large portion of his audience abandoned him because they were there for the contemporary hits you're pandering to us now. It's not the people who have grown with him. He doesn't have all of that because he sacrificed that for this big, huge mega stardom where now he has to dress gay.
Yeah, he was a little bit more, he was not even a little bit, he was more vulnerable, appeared to be more truthful in his music.
But his shit was real. It was And he was also, again, relatable to a different section of the world because, like,
relatable, yes.
As much as people love Jay-Z, a lot of people don't relate to Jay-Z's experiences. As much as people might love DMX, a lot of people don't relate to his direct experiences.
A lot of people say Jay-Z is not a superstar. And that is the reason.
He's very well known, but he's not a superstar in the way that Drake is. Yeah.
That is a reason, because a lot of his
1000%.
A lot of his experiences are not relatable.
That's the thing that you wind up with a lot of these people, but the people who stay true to themselves are the people who do much better. Like as Drake evolved, he tried to become super gangster man for some fucking reason, and that just wasn't him. And then he lost his relatability because he let that go, chasing a different audience, chasing the hits, chasing all of that shit. He want to be it was fucking Joe Budden said it about 1 minute he's Jamaican and then he's fucking British and all of this whenever he was attacking him. Like he traded it all.
It seemed phony.
It was like you should have still continued being sad little Canadian boy. That was cool. People loved that shit. People loved Marvin's Room when you were sitting there drunk dialing your exes and shit when you were 25 years old. But why are you doing this when you're 46?
Right.
However the fuck old he is. Like, why are you doing this? He didn't grow. And the shit that he adopted was moving in the wrong direction. It was very disingenuous.
And I guess you could allocate some of this blame to life experiences, I guess. I mean, you was given so much so early, so young, and what are you experiencing now? With all this money and right, and all these yes men or people telling you what you want to hear. It's the rich folks or the rich entertainers that you get interesting stories from. Those are the ones that are still going through shit. They're still growing, right? They got people around them that's saying, shut the fuck up. Don't do that. Don't do this. You're fucking up, right? But when you got a whole bunch of, when you're the guy in the circle who has now the OG badge but never was an OG, you don't have the heart of an OG. You don't have the heart of an OG or the demeanor of an OG, but you were given this role because you have the most money and you've accomplished stardom. So you were giving a role of leadership, but everyone's not a leader, and everyone's not meant to be a leader. Some people are meant to be led. I believe that if Aubrey was being led the right way, I don't believe he's a natural leader. If he was being led the right way, he would be in a different position. And let's listen. He's still uber successful. Like, who gives a fuck? But
that's great.
But we're not even. It's not even about him. We're tackling the
he's the example dynamics of this. He's a stand-in.
Yes, he's an
avatar.
Right, he's an avatar of what we're talking about. Right, because there's a million people that you don't know that's him. Right, so we're just talking about the situation, man. Everybody's not a leader, man. So you should be able, and you should be able to surround yourself with someone who can lead in different ways. Everyone's not adept in finance. So if you're not, you should have a finance guy. You should have a computer guy. Whatever the case, wherever you're lacking, you should have. Right. So I just think you can't become that guy just because you got rich.
See, this is the thing that the internet specifically has fucked a lot of people up over. Like, at the end of the day, you have money. Whoop de fucking do. Yep. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that you're good at anything, really. That doesn't mean that you're able to handle things. It doesn't mean you're a leader. That doesn't mean you're a good person. It doesn't mean you have a good life. It just means you got money. So but most people will sit there and act like this is the end all be all. Exactly like you said, this is why they look to him, simply because he has more success and more money. And once again, this is a stand-in. This is an avatar. So if you're not somebody with some degree of integrity to yourself and the self-awareness to understand what areas that you are good in, and also somebody who is able to take feedback from other people, you are going to put yourself in this fucked up, weird situation. Like, if Drake had people around him that loved him, they would have said, hey, don't sue the record label because you lost. Hey, stop taking weird little subliminal shots after you ran away from this beef. Like, if somebody actually gave a fuck about him, they would have told him these things. And if he was somebody who can receive that, he would be in a much better position currently. He would learn from these things and grow from them. But instead, he does the opposite. He's not surrounded by the right people. He doesn't have the right perspective around stuff. And keeping with the music thing, like, you guys sit there and look at the people who stay true to themselves. Lloyd Banks disappeared for a minute, came back a few years ago. Everyone loved it because they were looking for him. Mm-hmm. Clips disappeared for a decade and a half, came back. It was the biggest thing ever because they never tried to be anyone else. They never tried to do anything else. Than them.
Yeah, all these.
They didn't chase the trends. You're not out here chasing the trends and making, I don't know, fucking drill music and shit and just shooting people for no fucking reason.
Right. I agree.
Like,
and I gotta play. I hate this term though. Sometimes I play devil's advocate. I hate that term, but it is what it is. Speaking about the older rappers, and a lot of them dropped recently. I had a Mobb Deep album, you got a Ghostface album, you got a Raekwon album, you got a Slick Rick album. Big L's about to drop an album. Big Daddy Kane, a whole bunch of folks. This makes me think, right? And I listened a lot. I like a lot of this stuff. And I'm like, yeah. But how much of it, Jay, is a compliment and how much of it is not a compliment? If I say, oh, yeah, this sounds like it's the same. This sounds like something I know that he would have made. This sounds like, okay, Ghostface. This sounds like, yeah, okay, this is Ghostface. But I say that to say it's been so what it was, Supreme Clientele 2. So the last release was fucking, let's say 20 years ago. I don't know.
I think 2001 was Supreme Clientele.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, 20-something years later, you get 2, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's like what I expected. How much is that a compliment? And how much of it is not a compliment? Put you in a tough spot.
Nah, see, because the thing is, no, this is the thing. I listened to The Emperor's New Clothes, I think it's called, which is Raekwon's album. Mm-hmm. And I thought, this sounds like Raekwon.
Yep.
Now, Raekwon is an amazing rapper.
He is.
Raekwon makes good songs.
Yes, he does.
But the thing is, and this is both a compliment and not, is that I could take apart The Emperor's New Clothes and drop bits of it onto not Supreme Clientele 2, Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2, and it would sound like it went right along with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's both a good thing and a bad thing. Because the thing is, we see this, and this is where I struggle with parts of these things, right? Is because we talk about people growing, and I specifically am against people just being infinitely violent and drug dealers forever. But I also enjoyed Freddie Gibbs' album.
Right.
Now, Freddie Gibbs is a very, very accomplished technical rapper. He's also says he has a good ear for beats, and he puts together albums well. But Freddie Gibbs is also 45, still shooting people and selling drugs.
Yes, yeah.
Now, to his credit, I have heard him say specifically he doesn't want to do that anymore. But then to his discredit, he still does it.
Yeah.
So again, these are the things that I'm torn between, right? Is because it's like, this is good music, but it's not different music. It's not new music. It's not... It's not... There are a few... You and Lloyd Banks are great examples because you found a way to balance the street shit with the personal development growth bars. And there are very few people who have been able to do that.
Yeah. I
but that makes me wonder.
I believe you have to give it some thought. There has to be some intent. There was intent.
And this is the thing too, because even Pusha T, who has been super villain man for 25 years, came out on this album. Very few direct drug selling references. Yeah, he's still talking shit. Yeah, he's still this menacing figure, but he's still teaching. Yeah. He's still teaching you.
In his mind.
This is the thing. Like, he's still teaching. Why isn't Raekwon? Why isn't Ghostface?
Do we want lessons? I mean, a lot of people would say, do we want lessons from fucking Ghostface? Do I want lessons from Ghostface?
But the thing is, like,
Damn.
and again, I do truly put them into a different category than I do like the drill people and stuff. Like, I don't consider Raekwon's drug dealing tales the same thing as ESTG or something. No knock to ESTG. It's different. Maybe I'm just saying that as some form of justification for what it is that I happen to enjoy at times. I don't know, but it does seem different to me. But I think that as somebody who has come from where it is that they have came from back in the day when rappers were actually involved in the shit that they're talking about, they should have takeaways. You have takeaways. Lloyd Banks has takeaways. And once upon a time, I would say I was there for I don't want Lloyd Banks to stop being super misogynist, man. Because I enjoy it. But then he grew, and I'm like, this is better. So you could sit there and say, I don't want to hear, maybe I'm not looking for this specifically from Ghostface, but why isn't he offering it? And even the same thing, we take the Mobb Deep album. Even if you look at Prodigy for all of his super gangsterness has alwaalways been dropping lessons, providing things, providing perspective all of the time. Even back when he was Return of the Mac, HNIC, he's still sitting here offering shit. The fucking Albert Einstein album. Side note, he talked about the Illuminati that mysteriously was the first person in the world to choke on an egg and die. Anyway, why are not the Nas put together all of this. Nas has been the pioneer of gangster knowledge music.
He is the GOAT of that. For sure.
He has, for his entirety of his career, bounced back and forth between extreme violence and lessons.
Like you know what? We're human, man. You know, Jay, Yoda, I know you're a mystical being, but it's fucking, you got to be humanized from time to time. And Jay, audience, Yoda, we'll put on some fucking gangster music and fucking screw his fucking face up. It happens, man.
Absolutely.
It fucking happens. It's okay.
Absolutely.
It's okay, man. My point is, look, first of all, I could say we shouldn't be taking who should be taking life lessons from a fucking rapper. Anywho,
facts.
I could say that, but from people with a platform, I do believe there is some sort of responsibility from your content. At least me. I can't speak for everybody, but that's how I feel.
Well, but here's the other thing. Here's the thing that I will say. Yeah, it's easy to say that who should be taking life lessons from a rapper, but everybody fucking does. Let's be realistic. Why you wear them clothes? Why you wear them shoes? Why you wear that jewelry? Why you talk the way that you talk? Why you like those hats? Why you like them jackets? Why do you think these things? Why you hate women? Like,
this is what it is.
What you got this from the fucking rappers?
It's just making me think I'm gonna go down another avenue that probably doesn't have anything to do with this. Just popped in my head. I was talking to my wife's mother. I was talking about, and she was saying something about a scam, right? Some scams, and this is a scam. This is a scam. I was like, and I thought. And no, it's not critical thinking. It's just fucking thinking. I'm like, I just said to her, Ms. Johnson, everything's a scam. Everything. She looked and she was like, what do you mean? I said, everything is I said, and this is the thing with folks. I was going to say black folks, but let's say poor folks. Look, if you could spend $1,000 on a shirt that cost $1 to make, you don't think that's a scam? You don't think you've been hustled, nigga? You've been hustled. Everything is a fucking scam. You are being hustled out of everything. Out of every penny you spend, you're being hustled. Now, what you do with that information, That's something different. How you perceived, and this is going back to perception. I had to reel it back to perception, Jay, after the rap convo. Because it's like I perceive everything to be a scam, but and it's how you react off of it. What do you do with that information? I know that everything's a scam. What do I do with this information? Maybe not buy $1,000 T-shirt that costs $1 to make. That's what I'll do. I'll do. You know what? People look at me crazy, right? Because you know why, Jay? Because I'll go into a clothing store, not a famous clothes. I'll go into TJ Maxx. I'm looking at the material. I want cotton. I want 100% cotton. I want 100% linen. I want the material. I don't give a fuck what name's on it or what celebrity is slinging it. I don't give a fuck. I want quality. Right? Everything is a scam. Start searching for quality and this will change your life. Seek quality. When you go to the grocery store, everything's a scam. So you know what you do? You look at the ingredients. This steak, I read the ingredients. It just says steak. Maybe I should eat this. Oh, this says, hey, Jay, this one says Beyond Beef, but it has 1,000 ingredients.
Like,
maybe I shouldn't eat this. I mean, everything's a fucking scam, but it's how you perceive the scam, man. And you could change your life with this stuff. Just think everyone's lying to you. Just think everything is a hustle.
All the time. All of this shit's fucking lies, man. Hustle. Like, this is... we live in a gigantic house of cards.
Oh, yeah.
All of this shit is misdirection, misinformation, obfuscation, cover-ups, and all of it. Every single fucking thing. This is why not only... people can't even figure out what foods they should eat.
Crazy.
Because if we sit here and say you should eat steak and eggs, somebody will pop up and say steak and eggs give you turbo cancer. Instead, you should eat this. And then someone will pop up and say, well, if you eat like a vegan, you'll get AIDS. Seed oils will explode your heart, but there's nothing wrong with seed oils, but they're evil. But aspartame gives you cancer, but it's perfectly fine. But drink it. But sugar's bad, but it's not. But it's good. But wheat. This is the point of all of this, just so anyone is aware. When they talk about this information overload, it is specifically designed to get you to say, fuck it, and just go with stuff. This is why they give you all of this, and this is why they tell you to trust the experts. Why do you think every time someone comes out and talks about some legitimate wellness stuff, they come out and immediately scientifically debunk it?
With numbers.
Because they don't want you to sit there and take this shit. Like, again, as we said from the beginning, if it doesn't make sense, it isn't true. If you eat nothing but steak, chicken, fish, rice, potatoes, vegetables, and eggs, you will be a healthy motherfucker.
Yeah, as I do.
That makes perfect sense. Therefore, it's true. Now, when you sit there and try and tell you all of these foods heavily processed and filled with all of these chemicals that they made in a laboratory from God knows what the fuck is good for you and okay, that doesn't make sense. So it's not true. I don't care what their data says. I don't care what their studies show. I don't give a fuck what Lane Norton says when he comes up and pops up talking about this study said. I don't give a fuck, Lane Norton.
You're wrong.
If it don't make sense, it's not true.
Simple.
I don't give a fuck. I'm drinking. This is an energy drink. I know there's stuff in it that's not good for me. Now, there is no amount of studies that's going to convince me that this is good for me. Even though there are some that say it. There are a bunch of studies I could pull up to say this is perfectly fucking fine. It's not. Because that doesn't make sense. You know what's in this? The fuck is L309?
Some bullshit.
No, the fuck that is. Neither do you. It's not good for you.
Bullshit.
It can't be. I don't give a fuck what the science people tell you.
I don't know what it is.
It's not good for you. Neither is L-lysine hydrochloride. I don't even sound good for you. Like this. But the thing is, if you're going to sit there and at least be aware of it. Like I know good and goddamn well this isn't good for me. Good and goddamn well. But be aware of that.
Look, you know
And don't sit there and go through these little stupid little mental hoops that these people try and give. Well, the data shows it's just fine. And you need to drink 18 of them a day in order for it to be. No, this is not good.
You know what, Jay?
The fuck out of here. Alcohol is bad for you. I don't care what the studies say. It's bad for you.
It's bad, okay?
McDonald's is bad for you. Doritos, all of this shit. I don't care. I don't care what their studies say. I don't care what their data says. Beyond Beef is bad for you. People are not meant to eat only plants also. That's completely fucking stupid.
Look, come on, like, and we say this with love. Look, Jay just showed you a can of whatever the fuck that was. That looked like that'll pop your heart open juice.
The shit is not. It's not good for me. I'm under no illusion. I'm going to drink it, but I'm perfectly aware that it's not good for me.
Like, you're not fooling yourself. I don't like people who fool themselves. That just pissed me off.
It's ridiculous. Like, you know this.
Like, got this uncle, man, and he's, God rest the dead, and uncle, he passed, but before he passed, he drinks heavily. He drunk heavily. And he was like, man, I don't give a fuck. I know this shit killing me. Hey, man, I'm cool with it. I was cool with that.
Right, that's what you do. Rock out.
You
do you, my friend.
No delusion.
You cool.
Jay,
yeah.
No delusion. I'm cool.
Then you do your thing.
I'm cool with that. No delusion. Look, I know I'm killing myself. This is how I want to go out.
Honestly, that's kind of beautiful. That's great.
Everybody was sad. I'm like, nah, no. This is.
He did what he wanted. Yeah. He went out on his terms. He did his thing. He was happy.
I'm not mad at that, dog. He knew. Like, let's not be delusion. I hate delusion.
It's the word. And see, this is the thing too. I'll sit there and say something about alcohol. People will sit there and try to justify. I'm not. If you know it's bad for you, want to drink it, do your fucking thing. But we're not going to sit here and go through these mental gymnastics and say this is good for you.
Don't do that.
We're not going to do this shit with the weed and shit.
Don't do that.
Come on, like. If especially, hold on, we've talked about this before, but especially with the weed, people would swear it got all these fucking health benefits and shit. But if it was as good for you as you thought it was, it wouldn't be fucking legal.
You wouldn't be able to get it.
They would not let you have it.
No.
I think back when it was illegal, they thought it did all of the things that you're saying.
Right.
Then they found out, oh, it doesn't. So fuck it, go ahead and smoke it. If it was that good for you, they would. Have you ever seen the declassified CIA documents when they talk about just doing basic shit and this elevating your life in magical ways? Like, they know mad shit and they don't tell you, and they tell you the opposite because they don't want you to do what's good for you. Like, this is very, very apparent. I know you will say it's a conspiracy theory, and that's fucking fine. But the thing is, this makes sense, so it's true.
That's it.
This is the theme here.
And look. And going back to perception, this is why you should change your perception of things, right? Because let's say I'm like, man, listen, I smoke weed, but guess what? This weed turns me into a brilliant fucking scientist, and I'm in the lab and I need weed. And this weed turns. That's your perception of it. And look, you've written 13 best-selling books off of marijuana. Hey man, that's your perception. It's all how you look at it, but. No, don't argue it. Don't perceive it to be, don't argue with me and say it's good for you. Or don't argue and say alcohol is good. Don't do it.
It's not.
It's not. But, hey, man, if you want to change your perception in your warped head and say, listen, when I'm on alcohol, I done got $5 million and I close these deals because I'm fucking sipping scotch or whatever the case may be. Have at it, dog. I know, have at it. Have at it. But look,
do your thing.
But don't be delusional and say, I'm being healthy.
You're not.
You're not. You might be being productive, but don't
two very different things.
Totally different things. Don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself.
And again, if you are that productive with your mind poisoned, imagine what you would do with it clear. Imagine. But then again, that all goes back to perception, though. It just does. You perceive, when your mind is clear, you perceive that to be boredom or whatever you perceive it to be. You can perceive it as something else. So that's where we at, Jay. That's where we at. All of this shit, here's the thing. Everything that they give you, everything that they sell you is designed to cloud your mind. I saw a thing about how 3 meals a day was fucking people up and what causes all sorts of health problems and mind cloudiness and whatnot. And it was a thing that was invented by the Rockefellers. And you know what? That makes perfect sense to me. So what does that mean? It's true.
It does.
You know what? I fast regular. I eat one meal a day. I have gone periodically up to 36 some odd hours without eating food. And you know what health problems I have? None.
You know the crazy part?
I'm healthy as fuck.
You know the crazy part, Jay? And you say, you know, if the information makes sense, it's true. If it's not, all right, I'll take it a step further. Even if you don't even trust the information, how about trusting how you feel? So if I eat and I get full and my stomach hurts, and then I'm on the couch and my belly's out and I feel bloated and inflamed, and now most of us, or not most of the pores or the fats, will perceive that as being full and satisfied because that's how you perceive it to be. But in reality, you're inflamed. You're in pain.
You just fucked yourself up.
Just fucked yourself up. So, and you do that 3 times a day? You do that 3 times a day?
That is such a good point because you know how much it sucks to be full. Like that's one of the worst fucking feelings.
Horrible.
Like being truly full is a terrible,
I hate it.
Terrible feeling.
I haven't been full. I can't even remember the last time I felt that.
Years.
I don't want to feel like that.
Years. It's awful.
It's horrible.
Physically, mentally, it is awful.
Even when I get close, it's bad. When I get close,
terrible feeling.
It's horrible. So, but we've been told our whole lives that satisfaction. Right? Oh, I'm gonna go take a nap now. That's a good thing. You done ate till you're tired. That's a good thing. What the fuck? Motherfucker ate till he passed
and that's
out.
the thing too. Is there are some people who sit there and that's normal. I'm gonna eat a big ass meal and go take a nap. Like the fuck is wrong with you? You don't think that? You think that's a good thing?
Not.
That doesn't seem good.
That's good. And then 3 times a day. At that, that's what we're gonna do.
3 times a day.
That's what we're gonna do. 3 times a day. And I seen
with snacks in between.
And look, all that.
You fat fucks.
Going back to scams. It's all they named it. They had a name for it. Snacks. The fuck is that? They named it just so you could buy more shit.
Fucking Snickers gaslit everybody into thinking that a Snickers was an appropriate cure for being hungry. Grab a Snicker. No,
that's crazy.
How about go eat a fucking sandwich? Go eat some fucking ground beef or something. Like
damn, everything. Scam.
All of it. Yes, nothing but lies.
All lies.
You know how hard it is. This is why. Here's a quick thing to do. Go shop at a fucking farmer's market. If you can afford it, go shop at a farmer's market. If you can't, go make money, then go shop at a farmer's market. Like, best thing that you can do. This is where you find real, true, legitimate food. Butter, fucking, even bread.
Butter's good for you, dog. Yeah, butter.
Real butter.
Grass-fed, whatever you can get.
Not the weird fucking, I can't believe it's not butter, fucking country crock shit. No, butter.
Yo, read the
legitimate
butter. It says fucking cream.
Butter that's cream and salt.
That's it, man.
That's butter.
That's it.
Anything other than that is not butter. It's a weird amalgamation of shit.
Some science fucking experiment.
That's a science experiment. Stop being fucking science experiments.
Let's go. Hey,
come the fuck.
That gives me another thing, man. Look, I'm about to shoot this life lesson to y'all real quick before me and Jay get into anything else. Because I just think I got these epiphanies, Jay, and the oracles I just gotta get them out. You know how you fucking beat this? You know how you beat this thing called life? I mean, we all, none of us get out alive, but you know why you're alive, how you beat this thing, man? You have to defeat that bitch ass nigga inside of you. And yeah, look, we all have it. We all have them. Yeah, that motherfucker.
Sure, I thought to do that when you first said that, but gunshots.
Yeah, that motherfucker is so convincing. And he convinced me.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord. He has all the answers. Trust me. He has and it's so comforting. He's so smooth.
He knows exactly how to make it okay.
Oh,
Everything will be okay if you just hit the snooze
yeah. Don't
button.
worry about it. Don't get up.
Everything will be okay if you just work out
Yeah, don't do
tomorrow.
that. Don't do that. You don't need to. You don't need to do that.
Just order the DoorDash one more time. It won't hurt. It'll be okay.
If you
Eat
defeat,
that ice cream.
if you defeat that motherfucker every day, though, it's not. It's just not a. It's not a week. He comes every. He comes like 17 times a day.
Shit, more than that.
More. He's just there. You have to defeat him every day. If you defeat him, let's just say you've defeated this dude every day for a month. Your life will be completely different. I don't give a fuck what it is.
And when we say defeat him every day, like legitimately, not you just give in to one or two things.
No.
All day, complete and utter defeat. Mortal Kombat, perfect, flawless victory shit. Fatality.
Flawless.
None of that. Zero sleeping in, skipping workouts, eating bad food, drinking, smoking, fucking making excuses, lying, no pornography, no random bitches, no none of this other shit. No excuses, no procrastination, and do everything that you are supposed to do, that you know good and goddamn well that you were supposed to do every single day, and you don't do any of that other shit that you know good and goddamn well you have no business doing every single day for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You will be a completely fucking different person. You know how many of you people would not be going bald if you lived your life less stupid?
Yo, Jay, where you get this shit from? Where you come? Hold on, I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that. What the fuck did you just say? The fuck did you just say, man?
So you know how many people would not be going bald if you just lived your life less stupid? We all motherfuckers sit here, run around drinking and smoking and fucking watching porn and beating off all goddamn day and laying on your couch and playing video games and sleeping in and not exercising and it shot your testosterone, all the shit and fucked your hormones up. And then you're like, I'm losing my hair. No shit. Why wouldn't you be?
Studies show, Jay.
Oh, my face is broken out. Why wouldn't it be?
Yoda's studies show.
Why wouldn't it be? Your diet is grease. Grease and chemicals.
Yoda's studies show you going bald because you doing all this bullshit. And I tell
the fuck are you talking about?
It makes sense.
Motherfuckers be 24 years old, bald. Damn, why? All right, y'all motherfuckers want to shoot up with steroids and shit. You're on testosterone replacement therapy since you 18. The fuck is wrong with you?
You see how we saw? No, for real. No, all jokes aside, men nowadays are lacking or giving up, or I don't know, being destroyed or being, I don't want to say the wrong word because that'll be a pause moment, being drained of testosterone. And I don't, but being drained of testosterone.
Facts.
And this men listening, this is a problem. You need
big
this is a problem. No, it's bigger than you think. So I drink soy. I know soy burgers and all this
gay
corn and all. Yo, it just gay. It's whole full of estrogen. It's all gay. It's making you soft.
Bitch hormones.
Yeah, no, for real, Jay. You harped on something. You touched on something right there. Men are lacking testosterone, and that could be leading to them having a George Jefferson, the baldy, the half moon. Come on now.
You got the fucking cul-de-sac on top of your head, and your face look like fucking the fucking field of rocks. Like, come on, the fuck are we doing?
Man, go lift some weights, man. Get your testosterone.
Do some motherfucking like you don't even gotta go lift weights. Do some push-ups and some pull-ups and some fucking squats. Do some lunges, man. Come on.
Do something hard.
Challenge yourself.
Do something hard.
Go try real hard to push your car. Like
do something. As a man, hey, Jay,
do something.
You touched on something very critical right there, man. That just shows me men, they are running from hard tasks.
All day.
They're running from hard tasks. And that goes back to that little man inside of you, that bitch motherfucker inside of you.
Little bitch.
He's saying he's don't let him convince you. Don't let him convince you that things are okay. Oh, my waist size went up. My waist size went up one, but it's because I'm 40 or 45. Oh, this and that and this and that. He's just inside. He's giving you all the answers, man. You need to shoot that motherfucker in the head, man. You want to be violent? Shoot that bitch ass motherfucker inside of you.
Kill the bitch version of
Kill
you.
him.
Motherfucking Hari Kari. Sacrifice your bitch ass self so your better ass self can live. Because who you've been has dishonored you greatly. And you need to get that motherfucker all the way out of here. You know what? This is the thing. This is how averse people are to trying. I remember a few months ago we came on here and you said that you had just came in after fucking your beard up. Remember?
Yeah.
This is how averse to things people are. Motherfuckers will go to the barbershop and have a shape up for 3 hours and then wait 2 weeks to go back because they don't want to sit there and learn how to do their own shit. Y'all are so fucking soft. Y'all can't do any fucking thing.
Failure.
Period.
Failure to get better. That's how you get better. You fail.
It's the only way to get better.
Fuck it.
The only way. In fact, people are so scared of failure that they become failures because the only true failure is to give up or not try. Your fear of failure makes you a failure.
Get a gunshot, Jay. Say that one.
Gunshot myself.
Say that one more time. The failure part. What was that?
People are so afraid of failure that they never try, which makes them failures because the only true way to fail is to give up and or never try. So you don't do shit because you're afraid to fail, and that makes you a fucking failure. Think about these ironies here. Your fear makes your fear real.
Damn. There's none better. There's none better than us. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
This is, I mean, come on. This is what the fuck it is that we are doing here. And this is why you need to listen to this shit. And these are, so far, we have a bunch of very simple key takeaways.
Yeah. Simple.
Do hard shit. Kill your inner bitch. Being afraid of failure makes you a failure. If it doesn't make sense, it isn't true. I guarantee you, if you adopt these things and truly live by them, this will change the whole entirety of your life. And you will never have to sit there and wonder and see some shit on TV again and be like, is this real? You'll never be sitting there walking around being a fat ass again because you won't be such a bitch that you get sucked in by the pull of the drive-through every time you drive past because you saw a burger.
It's that motherfucking inside
like a bitch.
He's that motherfucker saying like, oh, just do it. Just go. Just do it.
Just grab it.
Do it.
It won't hurt. That burger won't hurt. Those fries won't hurt. That milkshake won't hurt.
Yeah, man. You know what, Jay?
You don't need to go to the gym today. Just play the video game.
I got another thought too, Jay. And this is geared towards. I was gonna say men, but I guess women could. No, yeah, women could grasp onto this. Could grasp onto this, but for now, we're gonna gear this towards men. And ladies, if you're listening, you can use this piece of information as well. I was in the gym today, and when I'm in the gym, I'm listening to music, or I have YouTube on, and I have these stoic philosophies running on loud as shit. And yeah, I just, for some reason, it helps me push through shit. I'm a stoic at heart. I love that philosophy. It's just geared towards me. And I heard there was something, and it's always the AI voice. Somehow you must, that fucking. But I love it. I love that shit. And he said something, man, and that stuck with me. And I wanted to know what you think about it. And that was just today. It made me think about it. He said predictability is the death of respect. And that's fucking shit just fucking stuck to me. And when someone can predict what you're doing, like, I know this motherfucker is going to do this. I know this motherfucker is going to do this. I know this motherfucker is so predictable. People start to read you so much that they lose respect for you. I know if I call this motherfucker, he's going to pick up. I know if I ask him to take me to the airport, he's going to say yes. If I ask him to do this, he's going to do this. I know John's going to be on time. I know. It doesn't matter. I know that if I show up a little late, he's not going to care. It's predictable. Predictability is the what is I wrote it down. Predictability is the death of respect. And I want to know what you thought about that one quote. And of course, there's ways you could maneuver it where it's not like that. But for the most part, if you're predictable, people will lose respect for you if you're predictable, especially in the wrong things. Like if you're predictable to the point where, all right, if you're late, if you're married, and your wife knows exactly what you're going to do every day, you're not on her birthday, you know you're going to do this every time, or she's going to lose respect for you. You got to throw a curveball. You got to throw a curveball every now and then, and that goes for you. Every relationship, your friend. What is a friendship? If you're predictable in your friendship to someone, let's say you got a friend, and he knows what you're going to do every time, and this goes back to perception too. He knows your perception. He knows how you're going to take this. He knows how you're going to react to this. You're being predictable, right? Because he knows your perception of things. So now you're being manipulated. It is even a form of manipulation, being predictable, right? Now you're putting yourself to be positioned on a chessboard and be moved by more powerful pieces when you're predictable. And this is how that quote hit me. And not to say, oh well, I'm gonna just do some unpredictable shit just to be unpredictable. No. What I'm saying is, don't be predictable to the point where someone can manipulate you, and they know exactly how you will react to certain situations, to certain like if someone calls me Jay, if somebody walks up to me and knows that if they call me nigger, I'm going to react. That's being predictable.
And controllable.
And there lies the lack of respect, the death of respect. What do you think about that quote, Jay? I mean, you can maneuver it 1,000 ways, but that's how I took it.
Yeah. So when you first said it, my immediate thought was, well, it depends what you're predictable at. But then I thought about it further. And I realized I fuck with this quote. Because first and foremost, if you're predictable to that degree, that means that you have not grown. You are not growing as a person, and you are not evolving. And you should constantly be growing and evolving. Mm-hmm. And then it made me think of what we talked about in the beginning, where you said, if 1 million people think the same thing, are those your thoughts?
There you go.
Now, while I might be able to say a thing to you and have a general idea of what you might think about it, I don't know exactly what that's going to be. And I don't know how you're going to frame it. I don't know how you're going to come to that. Right. But if I did, and you did that, then I would have no choice but to believe this is not your thought. You don't think this. You saw this and you adopted this.
Here we go.
And then that made me think, well, the vast majority of people are extremely predictable. Now, as we said in the beginning, they knew when they took your food stamps, you would act like savages because you're predictable, and they know that. Now, extend that. Because you're predictable and they knew that when they took your food, you were going to act like savages, they don't respect you. Because if they respected you, they wouldn't have taken your food away. They wouldn't treat you the way that they treat you if they respected you. But they don't respect you because you're predictable. Because they know exactly what it is that they're going to do. They understand exactly what your perception is because they gave you that perception, which makes you predictable, which makes you not respectable.
We're too good. We're too fucking good.
Come the fuck on. And this is, hold on, no, and I want to go emphasize here.
We're too good.
I did not know what the fuck he was going to say about this.
It's not scripted. It's not scripted.
I don't think you even knew that you was going to bring this particular fucking
It
quote
just
up.
happens.
But this is the
It
thing.
just happens.
This is why we are better than everybody else. Because we both come on here thinking actual things for ourselves here. This is why we can unpack ideas in real time.
That was incredible. That was
because we have cultivated the skills of observation and free thought. These are cultivated skills.
Mm-hmm.
Most people do not have this. Most people have had this stamped out of them.
Absolutely.
Don't be those people.
No,
question all of the things.
That's the whole point. And it's crazy because, Jay, we was going to go a whole nother route. We got
1,000% from the very.
we got clips ready, and we're going to talk about this, talk about that. We didn't talk about any of that shit. It's crazy. We just went
because again, we just unfold shit as it comes here. And this is what people need to be able to do with things, which is why we could. And again, to clarify, when you started this thing, I disagreed. Yeah. When you started saying predictability, I was like, I don't agree with this. And then I thought about it more and I listened to it more. I was like, hold the fuck up. This is actually some brilliant shit.
It caught me.
But people can't do that. You need to be able to do that. You need to be able to do these things.
That is crazy, Jay. That's great. That's another great point. Even to unpack, like hearing something and then thinking about it. Because that's what I thought when I heard the quote. I was like, wait. I mean, it stood out. And then I was like, wait, what? That don't make sense. Then I thought, and I'm like, wait. And then, our conversation, through the whole conversation, I was like, that quote came to me. And I was like, yeah, because people are predictable. And then it made sense as I said, no, Jay, hold on, wait, I got to give you this quote. Because I didn't agree with it at first. But our conversation helped me to see this. I just knew the quote stood out. I didn't agree with it, but I was like, there's something here. And I wrote it down. Didn't even know why. I just found it interesting. I didn't even agree with it. I just thought it was an interesting thought. And then as we speak, unscripted, I'm like, wait, there it is. There it is. That's the quote. It's fucking, if you're fucking being predictable, it's the death of respect. When people, and if you're playing chess and I know every move you're going to make, I don't respect your game, dog. I can't. And there it is.
Because you're easy checkmate.
Easy checkmate. And that's what you motherfuckers are.
It is too easy to understand your perception.
Woo!
Come on.
The fuck?
Come the fuck on, man.
The fuck we doing here, man?
Damn. We be sitting here saying shit. I just be like, damn, this is crazy. This is wild.
It's in the game, man.
I only imagine people listening to the shit.
We the best. We the best, man. Fuck. I'm gonna start talking my shit, Jay.
Ever.
We the best, man.
This is see, get on the rapper shit we just talking shit here forever.
Shit.
Oh, hold up. You know what? I am gonna pull this shit up now because we sitting here talking about rapper shit.
Rapper shit.
Hold up. This is why y'all weirdos. There's my fucking. Oh shit! I don't remember which one it is. Hold up. We go find it. All right, it's this one. Cool. So we gonna show you. So y'all gonna know specifically why they need to know exactly why you hate rapper shit.
Come on, Jay. Fucking rappers.
This is a new power, y'all. So forgive my clicking.
We done gave you all this greatness. You gotta wait for this shit.
Yeah, in fact, we've earned the patience here.
Yeah, you gotta wait for this shit. We're introducing new shit to the show, so we could, Here we go. I see that.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see what we've got going here.
part of the Matrix. Even the ones claiming to be the realest, like Snoop Dogg. In August, he came out criticizing Disney for trying to shove the LGBTQ agenda down our throats after he watched Lightyear. Fast forward to now, and he just partnered with the Gay Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation to release a song called Love is Love for a new kids show. So as long as he keeps weakening society by glorifying weed and booze and gang violence, he'll be promoted. But when a star of this caliber goes off script, they don't cancel them. No, they get them to apologize and rebrand them to fit the algorithm because they can still be useful. Think about the amount of celebrities that had to apologize for similar remarks. If they owned themselves and had real integrity, there wouldn't be a need for an apology. So to get back to Snoop, what's the lesson? 1, if a show doesn't teach your kids to critically think, to problem solve, or to believe in themselves, don't let them watch it. And 2, don't trust celebrities.
I hate celebrities.
Come on.
I just said this on X, Jay. I hate them. I hate them. Yeah, I mean, the dude, whatever his name, I don't even know the dude's name. He said it all, man. He said it all because I don't mean to cut you off, Jake, because you did say if it makes sense, then it's probably true, right? And if you think just at the bare minimum, just does this make sense? You could say, oh, well, that's not true. It's conspiracy. But if it keeps happening, whether it be Snoop or Kevin Hart or whoever, LeBron or whoever, if it keeps happening and they keep apologizing and they keep being reused in a different form, if you just said 1 minute that this is bad and then you get spanked and then now it's
now you're for it. Now you support it all of a sudden.
Out of any
what happened?
Out of thin air, right? So, Jay, you know I despise celebrities as well. You do, and this is not for. I won't say every celebrity. Every celebrity pushing this evil shit. Yeah, I hate you.
Yes. No, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, so I was on X. Yo, Jay, I just said this. I seen. Well, I don't even know this woman's name. Well, I think it was Summer Walker. She said I don't know why these clips go viral, but then I do know why they go viral. I don't even know why I just asked myself that question because I know exactly why these clips go viral. But the woman says that she hates men or men disgust her, and all she does is uses men and this and that. Oh, just destroying men or whatever. And I said, listen, this is an agenda, and this is why I hate celebrities. Right? And someone said, hate is evil, because I said I hate evildoers. And someone said, well, hate is evil. I said, hate is not evil. I said, what you do with the hate can be considered whatever you wanted to consider. You could consider it evil. Right. So hate is an emotion. It's not fucking evil. Hate is an emotion. What you do with that hate, right? Now, that can be judged. If I bash someone's skulling, that can be judged as whether you could judge that however you want to judge it. All right?
Facts.
Call that evil if you want. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The emotion is not. So I just left that alone. He went on to say some other dumb shit. It's like I just debunked whatever the fuck you just said, dog, because whatever. But long story short, I fucking hate celebrities and celebrities who push this bullshit and celebrities who sell us out. And I say sell us out because it's a check involved. It's always a check.
Absolutely.
You're for sale, dog. Your integrity is for sale. At the very least, if you ain't got to be Malcolm X. Just don't be for sale.
Man. So oh man. The thing is, these people will sit there and act like this is not something that happens repeatedly. And there's no agenda. There's no this. There's no that. Why is it? Why is it that when certain people say certain things, they come back and they apologize, and then everything is good. They only have to apologize for certain things. Now, when they scroll through the list of things, they put DaBaby. I don't think he belongs in that list because he very quickly decided he wasn't rolling with the apology. Right. He was like, my bad. He was like, oh, well, what comes with this? Fuck it. That's what seems like happened because he kind of just stayed canceled. Yeah. But every single other person has spoken out against something, walked it back, and then all of a sudden been in support of it, and everything was good again. They did it to Snoop. They did it to Kevin Hart. They did it to, oh God, it was fucking one of these older R&B singers. I can't think of the one, but they keep fucking doing it. This is very basic pattern recognition here. And exactly like it is that you said, you don't have to be Malcolm X. You don't, going with the last thing, DaBaby is far from Black Power, motivational, get better speaker man. But he is also not the sellout that the rest of them are. He is not selling people up the fucking river he done got the fucking gay people and the fucking cross-dressers and all of this shit. He's not doing what Snoop is doing and making the song about love is love and all of this whatnot. He's not pushing the bullshit. You see, but all of these people here again are absolutely and completely selling their souls here to push the accepted agendas. This is clearly what is happening. Now, I will say there are some of them who do truly seem to believe in what it is that they are pushing. And I don't count them. Not about the gay shit, but like, for example, I'm a big believer, I think you are as well, but I want to just assign you things, that the whole entire nationally accepted Black Power movement is part of the agenda.
I agree.
That's what it is they want you to think. They want you to push the oppression and all of this other shit. Now, you see certain people, you see Vic Mensa, for example, talking about this all of the time. It's not a knock to me. This is what I'm saying. I truly and fully believe that Vic Mensa believes everything that he says with all of his heart. It's not a knock to him. But there are certain people, LeBron, for example, who we have talked about pushing this oppression shit. The fuck are you talking about, LeBron?
He doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe that.
You don't believe this, and you know better.
He knows better.
And he's been high enough to know that it's better. He's been where Kanye's been.
That hill, that mountain.
Kanye is not talking about this.
That mountain. Yeah, he's been there.
I would actually go so far as to say that anyone who disagrees with Kanye, who has been to the level that Kanye has sold their soul.
Yeah. And look, when we say sell your soul, there's a definition with that, right? People look at it as this vague concept. And when you say, oh, he's a sellout, or he sold his soul, like some people might think that there's this mystical devil in a room wearing a suit and he comes... Listen, there's a definition when it says sell your soul, right? It's when you go against your integrity or your virtues or whatever virtues or morality you might have, and you do it for a check. Like, listen, I know this shit is wrong.
Or some fame.
I know it's fucked up.
Or some freedom.
I know this is fucked up, but I need that check. You just sold your soul, man. It's an easy definition. It's not some conspiracy. It's not some mystical behind the scenes. It's easy, man. Look, Pepsi got a deal.
It can operate.
Yeah, Pepsi wants you to put on this shirt with a rhinoceros.
Pepsi wants you to put this dress on.
There you go. And they got a check. And they got a check to come with it.
People could take it again. You could take it literally. You could take it metaphorically. Either way, it works in either. It works in either direction. Regardless, people are absolutely 1,000% out here selling their fucking souls.
I just want to flesh it out for people for people who think that it's some mystical thing or some shit that
don't got to be that.
No, it's you literally taking a check for your soul.
You pushed an agenda for money, for power, for fame, for dismissed charges, depending on what some of these weird people are into.
There you have it, man. It's
whatever the case may be.
This is why I say I hate.
Very simple.
I hate those people. And listen, I can hate. I can hate who I want to hate, right? And people got on me a little bit. I can hate who I want to. I don't agree with evil. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how famous you are. I don't mean a motherfucking thing. I don't like evil. I don't like it. Right? So there you have it. I hate it actually. I despise evil and evildoers. All right. So and I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't give a fuck who you are. President, motherfucking you black, white, China, I don't give a fuck what you are. If you're evil and you have evil and you do evil things, you're an evil doer. There's one thing that they have some fucked up thoughts. It's another thing.
Everyone got fucked up
Right.
thoughts, but acting upon them.
Those are evil doers. So I have the right to call you evil. If you do evil, your actions are evil. You're an evil doer, and I hate you. There you have it. And here's a line.
That's what we need more. See, this is what we need more of in the world.
We do.
We need righteous hate.
Yeah, man. I sent you a song not too long ago, unreleased. I don't know even when it's going to come out. I just randomly record. I think I said something to the effect of how you going to sleep when you dream of killing your hero. And I said that, well, something to that effect. How are you going to sleep when you got dreams of killing your hero? And I said it after a line. I said, when actors are trying to reach your kids or some shit I said. And I basically meant when these people you look up to do all this fuck shit, right? People you look up to, like, oh, damn, I'm a fan of a lot of shit. And there's someone you look up to and now he's fucking got a pride dress on or whatever the case may be. Like, wow.
Heartbreaking.
How do you sleep at night as this person? Like, damn, how do you sleep at night when you got dreams of killing your hero? And when I mean killing, I don't mean actually going to, when you have feelings of hatred towards this person that you looked up to. Where are we in the world where you like, this great person is selling us out and he has to go? And I don't mean physically, he just has to be removed for this world to be better. How about that? This motherfucker, like the sight of him has to be removed for the world to. I mean, come on, Jay. Like, how better off would people be if the people they looked up to would be removed because they're too weak to think for themselves?
As a very, very sad reality that this is, like, there's no more real heroes anymore.
We started off talking
once
about
upon a time. They took away the superheroes. They replaced them with other superheroes.
Here we go.
But it's not the same thing. It's not what it once was. And I also think this is why they haven't been able to replace a lot of people. Like, if you look at things, all of the big rappers are old.
You are talking
there's
now.
no new there's no new Jay, there's no DMX, there's not even a new Kendrick or J. Cole.
Now you're talking.
That shit died. There's no new Brad Pitt.
Now you're
there's
talking.
no new Will Smith.
Now you're talking.
Why do you all think that is?
Now you're in a bag.
There's no Britney Spears. There's no Justin Timberlake. All of that's gone.
Now you're in a bag.
Wiped away.
Now you're in a bag. and like you said, they can be replaced by whoever they want it to be replaced with. And sometimes I wonder, even with the whole Michael Jordan, LeBron shit, and it's like it always feels like an attack to Mike. Well, no, Michael Jordan ain't played a game for fucking 30 years or some shit. It always feels like the LeBron side is an attack. And most of this conversation, Jay, when it comes to things like that, it doesn't really feel basketball either. Because Michael Jordan was at the very least a man's man. Masculine. Cigars, suits, women.
Same goes for Kobe.
Yeah, come on now. These they were killers, and they were masculine. They wanted to rip your heart out. Here comes this soy eating motherfucker. You know, I don't. You know, with the. I don't even want to mention the tattoo, but that's another story for another day.
I don't even know what it is.
The boule tattoo. You got to look that up. Yeah, the boule. That's a whole different category, a whole different conversation for another fucking day. It's the black elites. I don't know if you ever heard of the boules. You ever heard of it, Jay?
I have, yes. I don't have in-depth knowledge, but I have heard of it.
He has a big tattoo of the boules symbol on his chest.
Interesting.
Oh, I mean, it's not a conspiracy. He actually has it. So it's like, what do you do with that? What do you?
I mean, I'm going here. I've been down rabbit holes, so I'm probably going to have to explore this one here.
Like, what do you do with that information? Like, all right, look, hey man, I'm just talking about what I see, right? And it always feels like an attack or them trying to prop him up to be this. He is the greatest. 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 Why is that?
So,
and I only say that because you said superheroes are being replaced by other. That's why I said.
Nah, 1,000%. It's not the same. Because here's the thing. I haven't watched basketball since.
Say that.
The Lakers had the three-peat back in the day, early 2000s, right? But we could sit there and look. There's a picture of Kobe where he's sitting there with the jacket on, with the Lakers, with the leather jacket and the hat, with all the trophies and shit around him in the locker room. There's also a picture of Michael Jordan with the jersey and the hat and the cigar. There is no LeBron James equivalent of that. And I'm not even a basketball fan, and I am able to see this. But you could sit there and take this into whatever avenue. Like there, even we go. There was a back in the day, whenever Game came out, where he was sitting in the. It's from the album book where he's sitting there looking out the window with the fucking gun and the hat backwards, peeking out the shit. You got stuff like that, or you got the Tupac sitting there staring out the window. You got fucking the Jay-Z on the blueprint out. Like there's none of that no more.
Come on now.
Come
on now. Come on.
But that is not there anymore.
No, it's not. Nope. It's gone. And that's the point we're trying to make. That's the point we're trying to make. We're
stripped away.
We're left, and this is why we're going to end that critical thinking thing. This is why you have to think. You have to think for yourself because you're not being, and we said this, and we even mentioned this earlier in the show. Everyone is not meant to lead, right? So if you're not meant to lead, you need to at least have some type of discernment to choose someone to lead you in the right direction, whether it be fucking your favorite actor, because greatness breeds greatness, right? So if you emulate, there's nothing wrong with emulating someone great. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, everyone does it.
Shit, you better.
Oh,
you better.
But you see, but this is the thing. You see everybody. You see Mike Tyson talk about Muhammad Ali. Like that's this point. Is everybody does
you
it.
Should because you'll end up emulating someone who isn't great, and then where does that lead you? Right. So yeah, you should emulate greatness. Greatness comes from greatness. It makes me think of a story I heard the rapper Mace saying. Only said the rapper Mace because some people might not know who I'm talking about. So Mace, the rapper, he said he used to like roll Biggie's blunts and carry his shit not because he was a flunky, because he wanted to learn from someone great. He wanted to be around someone great so that he can be great. He needed to know what it took to be great, because only greatness breeds greatness. So he emulated everything he saw from someone who he thought was great, someone who was great, right? So you should emulate someone great. And what me and Jay is saying, there's people disguised as greatness. They're disguised as heroes, superheroes. They're not the old Superman or the old Batman or the old He-Man and Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson and Mike Tyson. They're the new version, the version you shouldn't be emulating.
You ever played Mortal Kombat back in the day?
Of course.
You know how Shang Tsung takes somebody's soul, then they got their little powers and look like them for a brief little minute? That's what we got now. That's what we have now.
Ooh, your motherfuckers has got Shang Tsung.
We got Shang Tsung Jay-Z. This is not a knock to Jay-Z specifically, but I'm talking about replication-wise. We got Shang Tsung Michael Jordan, but no more Michael Jordan.
Damn. Ooh.
And hold on, but you played a Mortal Kombat, right? As soon as he get hit, he back to being Shang Tsung again, right? And this is exactly why it is that they sit there. It's why you can't talk about certain people. Because when they get hit, all that little veil go away. And you see who it is that they really are. But you're not allowed to see that.
It's fucking fantastic, Jay. Oh, look.
This is the world now.
I got to name this show, dog.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Yes. But you didn't tell them the name of the album.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. You know what? I only stopped because there's an echo. Yo.
I don't hear it.
No, I hear it I hear my voice.
Oh, okay.
You can edit that out or... Yo. Okay, it's gone.
Okay, cool. All right, we gonna rock with it. Fuck it. We had technical difficulties. People such as life.
Yeah, we had technical.
Fuck it,
man. We ain't gonna edit that shit out. Fuck that shit, man. We fuck
y'all,
man. Listen, what's your saying, Jay? You didn't even say it today. Such is life.
Such is life.
It is, man. Anyway, the name of the album is The Reinvention. Right. Ransom, DJ Premier, The Reinvention. You have to kill off the weak bitch ass version of yourself for you to grow.
How we just tie episode themes back to the album name unintentionally? Come on.
It just happens, Jay. You have to reinvent, and there's only one way to do it. Kill that bitch motherfucker inside you so you can grow, man. But you know what I'm gonna name this show, man? I'm gonna name this show because just the whole vibe. The name of this show is All Heroes Will Die. That's what we fucking name this show. All Heroes Will Die.
We go all caps, will too.
Yeah. Oh,
will.
Come on, man. Cooking with fucking fish grease right now, man.
Hold on. Here's why this is a double entendre. Speaking of All Heroes Will Die, you see what they did to Mr. Smith.
Mm-hmm. Will as it... Oh, come on now. Come on. You got... Look, man. Listen, man. It's too... It's just... Look, I might reach out for you to write a bar too, man, because that's a bar. Right?
Hold on. Here's the thing, though, and we got to tie it back to this because talking about celebrities selling their souls and it being so sad to see the people that you look up to fall the way that they did. What's up with the boy with the castle on his head?
What the fuck you talking about, Jay?
Will's kid.
Oh shit.
The fuck happened to them kids? The fuck happened with the wife? Again, I want to take away from all of the years that Will Smith was such an inspirational and inspiring figure. I really truly don't. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you just brought up the thing about killing your heroes, and man, I could think of few things sadder than that trajectory.
Yeah, man. And the crazy part is it's happening before our eyes, which is the sad part. For a lot of reasons. For one reason, I don't think people should see that. For another, I mean, because, either they have some type of influence and influence kids to do this or do that or whatever the case may be. Your family business shouldn't be other people's business, but that's the life they chose.
That's the thing, but that's also the things they want to normalize.
Yes. right? And this is why you're able to see it, because they wanted to be
You're
normal.
supposed
And
to.
I don't know when I say they, I don't even know specifically who I'm talking about, but they, whoever they may be, it's just for you to be numb to these things. That's all it is. For these things to become regular, you see somebody like, I hate to talk about people's, kids, but it's there, right? Um, no one can really talk about my children because
This is the thing. Nobody's sitting there talking about your
right,
kid. No, we all got nobody has anything to say about Nas's
yeah, it's
kids.
not
I don't know what
public,
the fuck Nas's kids are
right?
doing.
It's like right, it's that part of you should be, kind of discreet and should be your business
Yep.
for as long as you could do it. Now, when your kids grow, they do a bunch of stupid shit. If it's out as for the public to see, the public will grab onto it and grasp it and put it out there. So um, that happens. So his kids are grown. They're gonna do a bunch of stupid, weird shit, and it's for the world to see. Whether he has any influence over that or not, we don't fucking know. But I just don't like to see it. I don't like to see it. I don't think anyone should see that. Especially this kid's got fans, man. He's got fans and people who look up to him. Right? This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. There's kids that look up to him. Oh, look how he's dressed. And his pants sagging all the way down to his fucking ankles. And he's walking around and it's fucking looking crazy. It's disparaging at best, man. But
You know what?
that's where we at, Jay. That's where we at, Jay. That's where we at. Man.
You know what? Hold on though. Since we're sitting here doing this, I would also like to point out a positive here. And when we're talking about soul selling people, there are a lot of people who would propose that Mr. Mathers may or may not have distributed his soul at some point based on his current path. I may or may not be one of them. But what I will say for all of this, he has done a fantastic job at protecting his daughter, and that's commendable and that is respectable.
Great point.
He is one of the most famous people on the planet, and she has not become a meme. She has not become a weirdo. None of that. So that's amazing.
Great point. He's talked about his daughter an extent in raps, so that's should have made it more difficult for him to keep that under wraps. But I don't know if many people know this, but Eminem is a very powerful man. I'll leave it at that, especially in hip hop. So if he wanted something to be secret, it is going to stay a secret. And if anyone would try to divulge that information, it'll be a problem. Eminem is one of those guys you don't play with in hip hop. Jay-Z is another. Probably,
you know what? That just makes me respect Game that much more.
Yeah, because
he don't give a fuck.
But he's felt the wrath though. He's felt the wrath. I mean, he's sitting there right now like.
This is true. He has wound up in some sort of career purgatory, but he has not given a fuck though.
Yeah, I mean,
and I will also say that just on some rap shit, Eminem responded to everybody who has ever said anything about him except Game.
That's a great point also. But you know what? Game, that LA shit, a little deeper. Yeah, that's a different aspect, a different. I'm powerful in this thing.
But you still can't go over there.
But he has to, in and out. But this is one of the biggest stars in the world, so it's going to be hard to. But you still want to move around with some type of sense of cohesion, and Game could throw a little tiny wrench into it. You don't want any wrenches to be thrown, and LA is a spot that Eminem has to. His world has to live.
Yeah, LA is a different world.
Different world. So to leave Game out is just to be like, I don't even want that type of.
But he even wants the friendly back and forth, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone. But But like I said, I don't know if Game would backtrack if he had a chance. But with those dudes, with those two dudes I named, I don't think there is any backtrack. There's no backtrack. Once you say it, it's
Nah.
over. It's over.
Yeah, you see what happened to Dame.
Come on now. There's no backtracking. There's no backtracking. You're done.
Hell, you see what happened to Kanye, unfortunately.
I tell you, it don't matter who it is. You just those certain people you don't play with in that industry, and every industry has them, right? I'm sure.
I will.
Podcasting has it.
I'm probably, but I will say, in relation to this, Jay-Z is still the only person who I believe has a foot in both worlds.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he knows how to play the game, but has not lost sight.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, for sure. For sure, he's dipping in between both worlds. I don't know where he's at mentally or spiritually, but you could tell that he's on both sides, seeing what this looked like and seeing what this looks like.
I'm still a big believer that Jay Electronica's continued presence is proof of where Jay-Z is at as a whole. And maybe that's just what I want to believe because I don't want to see more heroes die.
Come on, man. It's for real, man. It's for real, though. That's for real, man. And I see where you're going with this because you've alluded to maybe Jay Electronica being propelled to us because Jay's like, listen, I can't say it or I can't do it, motherfucker. You gonna do it. You say it for me. You do it for me. You will be my mouthpiece on this side. I'm gonna play the game on this side. Of course, we're just speculating. We don't.
All speculation for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, for sure. We just speculate. We just throwing thoughts out there. I don't fucking know.
Just pontificating.
Yeah, I love that word, pontificating. I'm gonna say that.
One of my higher level or one that I'm going to commit to more fully on my pontifications is a little while ago, Kanye went and said a series of things. And I believe that the only reason that it got rejected so heavily, obviously he's not allowed to say those things, but he is also not as good as articulating his point. Now I would propose that if I had been in the rooms that Kanye said and said the same exact, that Kanye had said the exact same things that Kanye said, a lot more people would think that what I was saying was reasonable. I would say those things now, but I'm not permitted to say those things now.
I wouldn't say, yeah, you're not. Yeah, I was going to say permitted is a strong word, but yeah, YouTube and I don't know.
Oh, YouTube will flag it.
It's crazy.
YouTube will flag it. We're not allowed to discuss things like the painter.
It's interesting. We alluded to it early in the show. There's super villains and there's superheroes, but are the heroes really the heroes? Or are the villains really the villains, right? There's one guy that stood the test of time in history that's been a super villain any way you tell it. Any way you spin it, he's the villain. For sure. So I'm not gonna bait
and that's interesting, right?
I'm not gonna bait you into it, but
no, but we're stay. I can bounce around here because I can convey this point without conveying.
Let's say our listeners are they know exactly what we're talking about. Let's just
1,000%. You know exactly who it is we're speaking about. Now, throughout time, throughout history, there are two narratives for almost everything, whether that be COVID, whether that be September 11th, whether that be even Israel, Gaza currently, whether it be the assassination of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, whether it be Watergate, whether it's the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, whether it's George Floyd, Christopher Columbus, even anything that you could pick. There are two narratives, flat earth, round earth. But there is one topic where there is only one narrative. And that seems weird to me. That makes that the most questionable of all narratives to me. Now, here's the thing. If that narrative isn't true, that actually says much darker things about the world than if it was true. Because if it was not true, That means that the past 100 years, at least, has been run by the true villains of the world.
Wow. Wowzers.
And as tragic as this scenario is painted out to be, if it was true, it ended. But if it wasn't true, it's just beginning.
I think it might just be beginning. But I just... See,
I'm just pontificating for entertainment purposes
going
only.
off of what's going on, it seems like it might be we're in for a fucking long ride. But
hold on. This is I'm saying. Here's the thing.
Come on, Jay.
Once upon a time,
watch it.
I know, but I'm throwing this out because this. I was thinking about this morning too. Donald Trump was compared to somebody. Now here's the thing. If he was compared to who we were told that person was. But if Donald Trump was actually who that person probably actually was, we would be in a much better place in the world right now.
Wow. Touch the stove.
Sometimes you got to see, but this is, again,
touch the stove to see if it's hot.
Pontifications.
Stove hot. That stove.
Observations.
Hey, listen, Jay.
All for entertainment purposes.
All for entertainment purposes.
Nothing should be taken seriously.
Listen, I hate that we got to bounce around these things. And why can't we just talk about what we want to talk about? And look, if we're wrong, people could just be like, "Hey, you're wrong," and leave us alone. If we're right, people are like, "Oh, you're right," and leave us alone. Why? Why can't it be a conversation? And this is why.
See, that's the question.
This is why we do these things. Why isn't it not a conversation?
Why aren't we even allowed to be wrong?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We could be wrong. We could be wrong.
Why can't we be that? Why can't we be incorrect? Who's it hurt? Who's it hurt if we're wrong?
Because we're not saying, look, this is an absolute, this fact. We're just telling you what we think. That's it.
What makes the most sense to us? And
we will be edited or flagged or whatever the case may be because let's just say because we're wrong. We have a wrong opinion. And they will take us out. They will take us off the platform.
But the thing is, if I was to hold this up right now and say, this is a cat, I would be wrong. But no one would care.
No one would care. So that makes you think. Got to make you think, right, Jay?
Why do you care if I'm wrong about other things?
I would say that right. I want the audience to hold on to that right there, Jay. Say that one more time.
Why do you care what we're wrong about?
Hold on to that. And I want you to think about that. Why the fuck would anyone care about an opinion that's wrong?
Who gives a shit?
Why would you want to cancel, edit, or flag that? Who gives a fuck? There has to be a reason, Jay. Has to be a reason. Because if you sniff around a fire or you sniff around some smoke long enough, what you gonna find? Some fucking fire. I don't give a fuck how thick the smoke is, how thin it is. If you sniff around long enough, you sniff around a lie long enough, what you gonna get? Truth. At some point, if you keep sniffing a lie,
you go find it.
So that's why.
But here's the thing, for everyone who thinks it's about misinformation, I guarantee you we could come on here and make a 3-hour podcast about how the world is actually a giant turkey. That's wrong. That's misinformation.
Right. So why is my...
I guarantee
why
you,
is my misinformation,
no one will care.
Why would you flag my misinformation? Why is my misinformation why is it racist or anti-Semitic or anything? It's just misinformation.
It's only certain misinformation. It's only certain questions you can't ask and only certain theories that you cannot propose. And the question then becomes, why those?
I would say, Jay, the harder the question, the more we need to ask.
1000%. And I would like to leave you people with this. If you weren't cheating on your girlfriend, you wouldn't care if she went through your phone.
Dang. Boy, that's in layman's terms. There you go. It's for the poors, for the fats, for the idiots. That right there in layman's terms. It's for you, man. Just hold on to that, man. Game within a game.
We'll be back.